Hello everyone. Let me begin with something very honest. A low GMAT mock score in April is not what prevents candidates from getting into the top MBA programs. Lack of clarity does. Every year, I speak with extremely capable professionals who start doubting their potential simply because their mock scores fluctuate. But what admission committees are evaluating goes far beyond a test score. They're evaluating your judgment, direction, leadership potential, how intentionally you have thought about your career progression. The GMAT is important, but it is only one data point in a much larger decision framework. April and May are incredibly powerful months because they allow you to strengthen the strategic foundation of your applications while your score is still improving. Strong applicants do not wait for a perfect score to begin taking their profile seriously. They start aligning their experiences, demonstrating curiosity, and building clarity around their goals early. By the time deadlines arrive, the profile already reflects direction and maturity. The GMAT then becomes a supporting element rather than the defining factor. This approach significantly improves confidence and reduces the last minute pressure. And after reviewing hundreds of successful MBA applications, one pattern becomes very clear. Strong profiles consistently answer four questions: why MBA, why the school, why this career path, and what impact you want to create after the MBA. And even if these questions are not asked openly, they're always being evaluated by the admission committee. If your profile answers these questions clearly, the applications feel structured and convincing. If the answers appear inconsistent, even strong achievements can feel scattered. The purpose of the April and May profile building is therefore not to accumulate random activities but to ensure that every action strengthens one coherent narrative. Admission committees appreciate candidates who appear deliberate in their choices rather than reactive. And clarity of direction signals maturity, and maturity signals readiness of the MBA environment. One of the most underestimated signals of seriousness is intellectual curiosity. Writing one or two short LinkedIn articles related to your intended career path demonstrates that your interest in the industry is genuine. Schools prefer candidates who are already thinking deeply about industry problems before even they enter the classroom. For example, if consulting is your target, you could write about solving business challenges or analyzing industrial transformations. And if product management interests you, you could share insights about user behavior or digital innovation. If finance is your direction, you might discuss market trends or investment perspectives. These articles are not about sounding like an expert, they're about demonstrating structured thinking and genuine interest in your future domain. And many candidates assume leadership means managing large teams and holding senior titles. In reality, leadership is demonstrated through initiatives too. Small actions such as mentoring a junior colleague, improving an internal process, or initiating collaboration across teams can create strong leadership signals. Different MBA programs emphasize different leadership traits. Some value collaboration and teamwork. Others emphasize innovation mindset or analytical problem solving. The key is to demonstrate behaviors that align with your DNA of the schools that you're targeting. When your experiences reflect traits valued by your target programs, admission committee finds it easier to visualize your contribution to their classroom environment. Volunteer engagement becomes powerful when it reflects continuity between your values and your career aspirations. Admission committee can easily identify when community service is done only to strengthen an application. Authentic involvement always appears more compelling. For example, if your long-term goal involves social impact, education, sustainability, or healthcare, engagement in related initiatives strengthens credibility. Schools aim to build collaborative communities where students contribute to each other's growth, and candidates who demonstrate empathy, social awareness, and willingness to create positive impact are often perceived as future responsible leaders. So it's extremely important, and these things are done in the month of April and May itself. Ideally, because June, July, we would be working on the application documents. And even if you're targeting a bare minimum of 3 strong colleges or 5 combination of Dream and Reach and Save colleges, right? You might have to collectively work on 25 to 40 documents. And let's say we spend 2 to 3 days per document. So for 25 to 40 documents, we would need 80 to 100 days. So the whole of your June, July, and August would be completely on your application documents. And right now is where you have time to enhance your profile while you prep for your GMAT. And yes, certifications undertaken during April and May communicate seriousness about your intended career path. They show that you're willing to invest effort in strengthening your capabilities before entering the program. Certifications in analytics, finance fundamentals, product strategy, or structured problem solving signal readiness for the academic rigor. They also reduce risk for the admission committees, like candidates who proactively strengthen their quantitative or the strategic skills demonstrates discipline and commitment. So this increased confidence in their ability to handle demanding coursework, and the objective is to not accumulate certificates but to select learning experiences that reinforce your career direction. And yes, networking with alumni and current students provides insights that cannot be obtained through rankings or websites. These conversations help you understand classroom culture, teaching style, and career pathways. When candidates refer specific electives, clubs, or experiential learning opportunities, right, their essays appear more authentic. Admission committee values specificity because it signals genuine interest, and generic applications appears less convincing. Networking conversations will help you understand why a particular program aligns with your goals, and this clarity improves essay quality and even the interview confidence. And several high potential candidates underestimate the impact of resume structure. Strong achievements can appear average if impact is not clearly articulated. Resume enhancement focuses on quantifying results, highlighting leadership experiences, and demonstrating career progression. At the same time, we begin building a story bank. MBA essays and interviews often evaluate leadership, teamwork, resilience, and decision making. Identifying examples from your experiences early ensures consistency across application components, and prepared candidates appear more confident because they have the clarity about their own journey. Now let's look into the alignment in action with a consulting example. Consider the example of a consulting aspirant, and their LinkedIn article discusses solving business challenges. Their workplace initiatives demonstrate structured thinking, their certification strengthens analytical readiness, and their networking conversations provide clarity about consulting roles. Each activity reinforces the same direction. Admission committee prefer candidates whose profile shows consistency rather than scattered interest. Alignment signals clarity of intent, clarity signals maturity, and matured candidates appear more prepared for MBA career progression. And yes, alignment matters more than the quantity. Many candidates believe doing some activities increases their chances. In reality, 3 well aligned initiatives often create stronger impact than 10 unrelated activities. Random activities can dilute narrative clarity and make it difficult for the admission committees to understand your direction. Strong applicants focus on relevance rather than volume. Each activity should strengthen your story. When your profile consistently points in one direction, your application becomes easier to evaluate positively. Direction creates confidence in your candidacy. So, how do we at LeapQuest are planning to support you in the month of April and May? See, our approach ensures that profile building complements GMAT preparation rather than competing with it. So we help identify schools aligned with your goals and evaluate profile gaps relative to those particular schools. And based on this, we recommend 2 to 3 high impact activities that strengthen your candidacy effectively. So we also begin structuring resume positioning and essay themes early. This reduces stress closer to the deadlines and ensures your applications reflect clarity of thought. Early preparation improves both application quality and even the interview readiness. So all of this would be happening while you're prepping for your entrance exam. So all you need to do is spend 3 to 4 hours a week with us, and you can take up the exam sometime in the month of May, June, or July. But these activities in the month of April and May will play a huge role, not just to trigger an admission, but also it triggers good amount of scholarships. School selection significantly influences the admission outcomes, and different programs value different traits such as collaboration, analytical rigor, or innovation mindset. And selecting schools strategically improves both admission probability and scholarship opportunities. So we evaluate career goals, profile strengths, and cultural fit to recommend a balanced mix of ambitious and realistic programs. And applying strategically ensures that your profile resonates strongly with your target schools. And yes, candidates who begin preparation early experience more clarity and confidence. Early preparations allows time to reflect on career direction, strengthen profile elements, and refine storytelling. MBA applications reward intentionality, and starting early allows candidates to make thoughtful decisions rather than rushed ones, and this improves both application quality and overall experiences. And yes, if you're currently preparing for the GMAT and planning round 1 applications, April and May are ideal months to begin structured profile building. The objective is not get admitted, but admission with clarity and confidence. A structured plan helps you focus on high impact activities aligned with your goals. Small, deliberate steps taken now significantly will improve your outcomes later. Thoughtful preparation creates long term advantage. And the right guidance, guys, ensures that effort invested today creates opportunities that extend well beyond the classroom. We'll be more than happy to assist you in your entire profile building phase or the application components phase, which we have divided into pre and the post GMAT activities. To know more about all of these elements, you can reach out to us on our website at theleapquest.com. And there is a form, you can just fill it up so that you can get in touch with us and get a plan of action for your particular profile and for your target programs. If you're still thinking between MBA in India versus MBA abroad, or US versus Europe, or Europe versus Asia, or US versus India, all of these elements can be discussed and we can give you a thorough plan of action. Reach out to us. We'll be more than happy to assist you. And prior to this session, there are several other webinar sessions that we have conducted, which talks about the current situation in the US on the H-1B visa or the job market in the UK, right? And other interesting topics like with respect to the pre and the post GMAT phases, what exact profile building activities do we recommend? All of these information is already available on our YouTube channel. You can visit, you can subscribe so that you can keep getting access to all of this content. And I'm pretty sure that, it'll benefit you if at all you're very serious about applying to any of the top 50 MBA programs in the world. I hope this session was informative. We'll try to come back with more interesting sessions and try to make your life much more easier in this application phase. And yes, you can always reach out to us. Thank you so much, guys. Nice speaking to you all. Bye-bye.